Happy New Year, bloggers. If you're like me, you've probably already made some New Year's resolutions, maybe getting in shape or taking care of your finances or something related to your day job. But how many of you have made resolutions related to your blog? How to improve it, how to grow it in traffic, how to stay committed to it. You know, resolutions are easy to forget because you make them at the beginning of the year and then you find that they're not as easy to stick to as you go through the year. You and I are going to make 3 resolutions together and we're going to stick to them because we're going to have a timetable and we're going to have a purpose behind each one so that we can make our blogs better and make them work for us. So the first resolution that we're going to make is email newsletters. Now, as you may know, email newsletters are a great way to retain your audience. It's hard to get people to come to your blog. It's even harder to get them to come back. So if they've randomly stumbled into your blog based on a search engine or a tweet or have found it through word of mouth, you want them to come back if they really like what you're doing. So perhaps your call to action should be subscribe to my email newsletter for free. You really do need that email address. So it should be prominent. It could be in the upper right as it is on many blogs. You could do what John Chow and other bloggers do, which is have an interrupter screen so that the first thing they see is a call for their email address. But beyond that, you actually need to set up an email newsletter and commit to sending it out once a week or once a month so that you can let those people who have subscribed know what you're up to, what new posts that you have, and why they should come back. It's a great way to direct them to your products, to your better blog posts, to anything that you want to do for a secondary call of action. The main thing to keep in mind is you really do need to get up and running with an email newsletter, and 2011 is a good year to start doing that. If I were to recommend 2 email newsletter providers, the one I use is Vertical Response. Another great one is MailChimp. A lot of people love MailChimp and find it easy to use. And they don't charge you until you get to a certain number of newsletter subscribers. So the first resolution should be to get and build an email newsletter subscriber list, and then of course talk to that list periodically. The second resolution is to use more video. Voila! You may be wondering, well, why do I need to bother with it? I mean, it's not great for SEO. It's a lot of work in terms of editing video and putting it together, and maybe you're not comfortable on camera. But I'm here to tell you that it really does build traffic. It's an easy way to stand out from other blogs. It's a great way to show off your expertise in something other than just text and photos. If you just have a digital camera lying around, you can use that. I'm using a Kodak ZI-8. It's a step better than the Flip, and the reason's because it has a mic audio jack so that you can get better sound. I can't show you the Flip camera, but I can show you the box that it came in. I want to thank Blog World and Kodak for giving me the Kodak ZI-8 for speaking at Blog World last year. I've been using it as much as possible, and the trick to it, just like the trick to doing anything in blogging, is the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. So I've committed myself to trying to shoot more videos, using them on my blogs, using them on my websites, practicing editing, practicing speaking, practicing using visuals, practicing interviewing other people, so that I get better at it. I'm not after perfect video, I'm just after compelling video that will help share my expertise in a format other than just writing and pictures and allow people to get a sense of my personality, my tone of voice, so on. You know, I'm used to public speaking. I'm used to speaking in front of hundreds of eyeballs, which is no problem. It's the one eyeball of the camera that always throws me off. But the more I do it, the better I get at it. So I really encourage you to make that resolution with me to use more video on your blog, and you will find that you stand out among so many bloggers because they're just not doing it. Even though you have access to cameras on your iPhone or your BlackBerry or your Android or your Flip or your Kodak ZI-8 or any number of digital cameras or professional video cameras. The third resolution is going to be to blog with purpose. Now, what do I mean by blog with purpose? You really need to have a goal in terms of what you're doing with blogging. If you're doing it for business reasons, if you're trying to make money at it, or if you're trying to grow your business or market yourself as a professional, then you really do need to have some goals set up so that by the end of 2011, you haven't just spun your wheels all year on your blog. Blogging with purpose means that you're going to set a certain number of blog posts, or you want to achieve a certain number of subscribers to your email newsletter, when you want to get your brand name mentioned or your company name mentioned in so many traditional media outlets or in the blogosphere X number of times, or you want to generate this many customer sales or clicks onto your product catalog on your website. These are all goals that you can set up for 3 months out, 6 months out, 12 months out. But then as you put together each blog post and the editorial calendar for your blog, so say if you're thinking about what you're going to be blogging about January through March and then April through June and so on, all of it should go back to that purpose. What is the goal? What is the purpose? Does this post contribute to it? Does this series of posts contribute to these videos contribute to it? Do all of these things lead my reader to the next call of action, lead my customer to what I need him or her to do? So blogging with purpose means that you think about how you're going to do each post, how you're going to plan out your calendar, how you're going to interact with people, how you're going to plan out your newsletter, and so on. You're going to blog with purpose. I want you to think about where you want to go with your blog. If it's got a business purpose, but you haven't clearly defined what that purpose is going to be or what that goal you want to achieve is by the end of this year, you need to really sit down and think hard about it. So you and I are going to resolve to make sure that every post that we do, we're blogging with purpose. So those are the 3 resolutions for 2011. We're going to work on our email newsletters, and we're going to commit to sending them out. We're going to use more video. We're going to get comfortable in front of the camera and talking with our readers, not just typing at them or just showing off our photos. And we're going to blog with purpose. We're going to think about all the things we need to do as we're blogging so that we move closer and closer to our business goals, so that we can show off our expertise, we can get our company out there, we can build up customers, we can build up traffic, we can build up our relevance within the blogosphere. If you have any questions, my name is Kwon. I'm a communications consultant based in Birmingham, Alabama. You can follow me on Twitter at WadeOnTweets. You can come see me at my site at birminghamBlogging.com, and of course you can sign up for the newsletter. Thanks, and have a great 2011.